Okay, so I'm just checking in with the team. Yeah, I think we are live now.
Great,
All
great.
right, so we can get started. Yeah, so let's get started. Prashant, how are you? Feeling excited?
Yes, I'm really
Great.
very excited. Yeah,
Awesome.
please go ahead.
So great. So good afternoon,
Yeah, I
everyone.
think we are live now.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Right. We can get started. So it was the echo from the YouTube feed that I had opened. All right, so let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the very first session of AI Horizons, turning intelligence into impact powered by AO Logic Technologies. I am Jubin. I'll be your moderation moderator for today. Why we started this series? Because AI is moving very fast and there is a lot of hype. But what business leaders really need to know is how AI is actually changing work, people, and business outcomes. That's why today's topic is close to all of us, which is future of work, how AI will reshape work dynamics. So here's what we'll cover in the next coming 30-40 minutes. Will AI replace jobs or reshape them? What challenges do business leaders face when adopting AI for workforce? What leaders and HR need to know how to prepare? Mistakes companies make in AI adoption and how to avoid them. And finally, what next 3 to 5 years look like as humans and AI work side by side. So I'm thrilled to be joined by Prashant, our lead business analyst at Alogic. Prashant has worked with multiple clients across industries to design AI-powered solutions. He has knowledge of both technology side and the human side of adoption. So Prashant, welcome. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Jubin. Hello, everyone. Really happy to be here. Uh, Actually, this is one of the most important conversations that is happening around. And I am almost in every client meeting I had over the last years. And this AI is the big question. So, why will AI do what AI does with our workforces? So it is a quite frequent questions that I'll come across with every client meeting. So at Alogic, we have seen that AI doesn't just replace the jobs; it reshapes work for the better. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of the practical insights and some of the stories which is going through around this artificial intelligence. So great to be here. Thank you, Jubin.
All right, so let's get started. Let's start with the big one, right? When people hear
Sure.
AI and jobs in the same sentence, the fear is, will AI replace us? What's the reality that you're seeing, Prashant?
That's the most common questions actually I'll get, and it's really a very valid one. If I will go into a very short answer, I would just say AI will not fully replace the people, but it will definitely replace certain tasks. So when I say that, let me break it down in few things like, as you know, there are repetitive and rule-based tasks. So the tasks which is like data entry, basic reporting, initial customer queries, a simple quality checks can be automated and can be automated effectively with using AI. So these areas where human often spends time and on low value work, the AI can handle them faster and in a more effective and very uh, consistent and at this particular type of executions. So repetitive task will be very easy. So people will give their 3 to 4 hours in repetitive task, which AI can do it in 3 to 4 minutes. uh, the 3 to 4 minutes is also quite very long, I believe. It will give you instantly, actually. So those type of tasks, it will really get change. The next type of things what I see is decision making and creativity. So this is where human still holds the edges, actually. So AI can analyze the pattern, provide insights, but the context, the judgment, the empathy, the need in the leaderships, the customer relationships, the strategy, the creativity, a designing, a pattern, that still comes from the people. AI is still got a lack of it, actually. So, for example, if I'll say that AI can tell you which product has the sales trend, but deciding where to launch a new product, a new pivot strategy for that product, this human still has the call to make. The AI may not be that effective in that particular area. Same way like collaboration model, where what is really happening in the ground is not AI replacing the jobs, but AI is reshaping the jobs. A customer support agent, for instance, many people handles a fewer repetitive tickets because AI bots take care of FAQs. So only few tickets are there which human intervention is really required in that particular field. But the agent role shifted towards resolving the complex issues and building customer trust. Similarly, in manufacturing, AI can detect the defects, but it is human trust. It is human trust that actually tells that what is the quality of that product. So, who decide where to work, rework, put it into its scrap? So those all interventions will only do by the human. Still, AI is not that particular mature enough to give something on call on that. So if we are talking about this, there are actually a new opportunities which comes with the AI. So every technological leaps creating a new roles with AI. We now see rising demands of the trainers, the AI ethnics, prompt engineer, project managers. So those roles that didn't exist few years before, now it is trending in the market. And which also shows us that how AI is becoming a part of our day-to-day jobs, and adopting them is one of the solutions by with which we can keep the pace with the world, actually. So in reality, so concluding it again, it's a big topic. I can give you lots and lots of examples, but to conclude, so in reality, AI is less about job loss and more about job shift. Roles will evolve, a skill will is required, it will change, and those who will adopt the AI will always thrive. The real risk is not the AI itself, but the people in the organization that is not upgrading themselves, that is not pacing with the AI, that is not fast enough to work alongside it. So again, AI is not about the job loss, it is about the job shift.
Great,
Over
great.
to you,
Thanks a
Jubin.
lot. Thanks a lot, Prashant. So definitely, AI, you can consider it as a companion, and the human will always be on the driver's seat. Great thoughts,
Correct,
Prashant. All right. So
correct.
moving to the next one, right? From your client conversations, what are the biggest concerns business leaders have when they start thinking about AI for workforce transformation?
Um, Okay. I have been to multiple clients. I have had a conversation with multiple clients. I really see a few recurring concerns that come from the business leaders. Uh, that raise, I think, it is all about the AI and how will they adopt it so their workforce will transform it as per the AI. So actually, lots of things which I discuss with them. The few things which they ask me generally, as they have fear for the job loss, and and also they have a thing where they see that the employee is resistant to use the AI. They have some things. So leader worry that the employee will see the AI as a threat. Leaders will fear, leaders with low morale, or even they will have to give the pushback to their employees that why not to use the AIs. The challenge is how to position AI as a tool that helps employ, and we have to clearly conversation with clearly converting our ideas that it is not replacing them. It is about how you are going to use this. That's it. And what I mainly see that about the conversations with the client, that how they can match the skill gaps between their employees and how they can adopt it. So many organizations realizes, actually they realizes that their current workforce may not have that skills which with which they can use the AI tools. So I always tell them, I always have a very clear mindset about it, that upscaling and rescaling are the big concerns. What they need to do, both in terms of cost and the leadership, they have a very huge concerns. The cost is the main thing, actually, we all know. So they always come with me to ask that do I hire a new talent, or I train my existing teams. I always tell whether hire a new employee or existing, or train your upskills your existing team. Both are the great ideas, because those who learn the AI will always thrive, as I said earlier. Um, After that, they will always come with an answer that okay, now you said that the employee has to learn it. So we have to make a bridge between the skill and the employee so that they can upscale themselves. How will bring the change? What will be the change management that we have to come upon? So I always tell them that AI adoptions will always require redesigning process. It is a redesigning process. The leadership worry about how smoothly team will adopt it, how much training is required, and how to manage the cultural shift. So those all things are there. Those all things are still there. If you are positioning from one place to another place, you require some efforts to uh, give your thoughts into it, give your time into it, है ना? Give your dedications. Then only you can make the changes. You can implement the changes. So I will always tell them, yeah, it is really important. The very big questions what I'll always come across is cost versus their return of investment. They always have that thing in mind. So AI is not cheap. Jubin, as you know, the AI is not cheap. And business leaders are caution about the initial investment. They really are very cautious about the initial investment. The hardware, software, training, it what clarity and how quickly they will see the measurable returns. So they have always that concern. If I am giving my cost today, will I get the same amount of returns from it? Will it be beneficial? Will I going to get those things uh, in place what I'm thinking right now? So those are always a question. So in reality, the concern is less about the technology itself. It is more about the people, culture, process, and return of investment, which is really very important. Leaders want to make sure AI adoption is sustainable, cost justified, and accepted by the workforce. So this is what generally I see in my clients' meetings.
Great, thanks for that. Thanks for the insight, right? Do you know, definitely,
Yeah, and
adoption
one
of,
more thing. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah, yeah, please
Sorry
go
to
ahead.
interrupt. And one more thing. So, uh, what I tell them actually, as an logic, what we address, how we are going to eliminate their concerns. I will always give them a proof of concept that how you can build it. I always emphasize them or help them in building the change management framework, that what all changes you have to bring within your teams, within the hardwares, within your workflow, that it will actually implement the changes, and ensuring the seamless integrations will always a good options. Starts from starts from less, and then build it for more and more days to come, so that it will sustain. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Great, thanks for that insight, Prashant. And definitely, while Logic is positioning itself as, leader in AI, definitely, in
Correct.
our organization also, we had that change management, right? We had that resource upskilling that you mentioned. And that's why now
Correct.
we are at a stage where we are suggesting clients with solutions that are built on AI, which are, giving the clients their good ROI that you mentioned, right?
Correct. Correct.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one, right? So next is regarding the let me come up with the question is how should companies prepare not just HR but the leadership as well for this AI driven change in the workforce?
Hmm. Interesting. So this is very important, because how you know what are the changes you have to make in terms of hiring a people, what are the leadership called, so that it's a vast big amount of changes that they have to implement. So interesting. That's a good question. So uh, it's about people and culture. Always we see it's about people and culture. For HR team, for an example, for HR team, preparation means rethinking that what is the core process in the hiring, in the recruitment, in the training, in the retentions. है ना? So these are things which will come upon a mind when we are talking about the HR. So using AI to identify the skill more precisely matched to the clients or not. The training that is moving, the generic learning modules and the personalized AI driven leadership paths, so that the employee gets the exact skill they needed, which is required by the company. It also makes to ensures that. And once he able to learn those things, the more important thing is retention. Predictive analytics, that thing actually is more important, because you have hired a people, you have trained them, you have given them ample of knowledge. Now you want them to be retained. So predictive analytics to flag employee who may disengage or leave, that their AI can help you very easily and very effectively actually. So HRs can take the proactive actions when they find that the somebody is making the disengagements, or showing the indications that they would like to leave. So HR, I believe it's a critical point, but in terms of company, it's not that effective. That's what a leadership team has to bring. So for team, the role is even bigger. The leaders need to drive the culture to adopt the AI, making it clear that AI is not about replacing people, and augmenting their abilities is one of the complex things that they have to bring the changes into. Um, it's like sometimes you see that the company wants to change, the company want to build something, but the employees are there who are restricting themselves to face the changes. है ना? Sometimes it will be very critical for the business leaders to again go and tell them why it is important. So communication openly between the employees and the leadership is always required. Employee must hear directly from the leadership that AI is there to empower, not threaten. They do not have to threaten by the AI. They have to empower us. So with the proper planning and rescaling, leadership can convey their efforts, convey their future projections in a more effective way. That that we have allocated a budget, we have allocated a timeline, we are here to support the system that are in place for you, for your upscaling, for your betterment, so that you can upscale yourself and bring the changes to the company. So which has to be communicated very clearly to the employee, so that we can able to implement the change very easily. At Aologic, what we found when we were doing into this, as you know, Jubin, so we always tell clients, before it will come to clients and people, that it is not enough to implement the AI tools. You need to have a playbook for reskilling, for change management, for cultural adaptation. The company that succeeds and those who invest equality into technology and preparing their employees to upskill themselves will always bring the change to the world, will always bring the change to the domain, will always bring the change to the community. So this is how I phrase myself in terms of that question.
Great, great. While we are on the topic of adoption, right, my next question is regarding the same, right? We have seen a lot of companies jump on AI quickly. What
Mhm.
mistakes do you see businesses making and how they can avoid them?
Hmm. Um, uh, there is few of our clients which with whom I have interacted with. So we have seen that a lot of companies jumps onto the AI very quickly, very quickly. What mistakes they will do is like treating AI is a one tool rather than evolving journey. So what I see that AI isn't something which is installed and forget. No, models need to be trained, retained, and adopt with the business dynamics change. So what we see the companies that view AI as a continuous capabilities, not only of the project, sees the better results in futures. They see the better result because they are always treating their AI with a huge amount of data. The data which is fed it into the mind of the AI, and to get the best result, they use their data. So it is evolving. Once you'll give the data, you will feed the data, that AI is evolving, and the journey will become so smooth that you will get the great benefits in future. And what I also see that why they are lacking, why they are, what mistakes they are doing, they are ignoring the data readiness. So when you are implementing the artificial intelligence to any tool, to any industry I'm talking about, you have to see uh, the data which is available before implementing the available, because you have to ensure that you have to give ample amount of data to the AI, and you have to make that the data is clean, the data is structured, the data is accessible. This create actually a good amount of stable software, stable AI software that will give you a huge amount of success, and that ensures that you have giving the right amount of data to the system. And also they have to focus on not only on the costs, but they have to also see the growth. So this is how I put. And I always tell them that how we achieved it. So at Aologic, we help companies to their pitfalls by. है ना? We have started small and scaling fast. What we did, we have focused on a quick wins while planning for long-term adoption. How we'll adopt in the long terms. We have checked the running data's readiness datas, and we have implemented before going to live. We design for a long-term business values just by making the immediate efficiency gains. So when AI is approached this way, it becomes less about the fear and more about building the smarter and adaptive organization.
Got it. Got it. All right. So, yeah, I think that was a really great comment and understanding. So let's move on to the next question, right? If we
Yeah.
look ahead for 3 to 5 years, what's the biggest
Mhm.
shift you see in workforce dynamics?
Um, Sorry, Jubin, can you please repeat the question again?
Yeah, I was asking that
Yeah.
in the coming 3 5 years, what's the biggest shift that you see in workforce dynamics?
Hmm. Interesting, because 3, 4, 5 years we are talking about some things where AI actually going to come and sit on our head.
Right, right, right.
uh, so if we look like 3 to 5 years ahead, the biggest shift I see is that employee will have AI co-pilots. They the AI will become their pets actually. Uh, like you're using your phones, you're using uh, your earbuds, you're using your smartwatches. The same way you will use your AI co-pilots in near future for sure. How it is used, just like the email or smartphones, as I said, it become a standard tool. The AI assistants will also become a part of your daily work. It will become a part of your daily work. What it helps, it will helping you to draft, analyze, guide your conversations, your monitoring operations. It will give you real time data, so you always need a AI co-pilot with you, which actually gives you an ample amount of data. I see in 4 to 5 years everyone will have a co-pilot. Each and every individual will have a co-pilot. So this means that the work will be hybrid. It will be hybrid. Human plus AI, both will be working together. People will focus more on judgment, creativity, relation building, while AI handle the repetitive data heavy task. You will be focusing some other thing. AI will be doing their part. So right now we are doing something which is repetitive task. No, that is wholly going to the AI. The AI team will take care of it. You will just see the core management of it. So the companies that are preparing now by running a small pilots, investing into upscales, and building a culture that see the AI is empowered rather than replacement will have the big advantage. They really have a big advantage. So at Aologic, what I feel at Aologic, we already helping client designing and implement these hybrid systems. We are doing it. If I am, I cannot give you the names of our client which are doing that, but we are doing it. So they are just keeping with up the changes, but actually leading it, because they are implementing it into a right direction and at the right time. This is the right time to implement the AI to your companies. So so this will be my questions. So the 3 to 5 years will be very critical. We will see a drastic amount of changes in terms of AI. We have to be ready. We have to upskill ourselves. We have to know that what type of task the humans should able to do, and what type of task we should leave on to AI, so that we both together comes with a great hybrid model where human plus AI will be working together and give a good productive environment to our companies. Thank you.
Great. Great. Thanks a lot, Prashant, for those informative discussion. And I think with this, we have come up to the ending of our today's webinar. So I'd like to thank Prashant for those valuable insights. Thank you to everyone who joined us for our today's AI Horizons, Turning Intelligence into Impact session. So this is one of our pilot webinars, you can say. And what we have learned is very simple. The future of work isn't about humans versus machines. It's about machines and humans together, right? To build
Correct.
stronger organizations. And at Aologic, our focus is on delivering AI solutions that don't just optimize operations, but also turn intelligence into impact for businesses and for their people. right? And as I mentioned, this is just the start of our webinar series. So since it was our pilot project, pilot webinar, we were talking about very high level of A logic. We have not high level of AI. We have not gone into the deep, but there is a lot to come from agentic AI to AI coders like Claude Code, Codex, and the other many models that are evolving all the time, right? There are more to come, so let's stay connected over our social channels like LinkedIn and YouTube. You can find us over there. Just search Logic, and we'll be there at your LinkedIn and at your YouTube. So I'm Jubin signing off. Wishing you all a great weekend. See you in the coming sessions. And once again, thank you, Prashant, for having us. Bye. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
team.